How's it going, guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to change your Traxxas or RC or Nitro car, it doesn't really matter who makes it, how to change the suspension around that would probably be better suited for how you like to drive. So this is without having to buy or replace anything. So let's get started. Now when you first get your car, whether this be a car for the street or car for the dirt, it all depends on what you're going to be using it for. So this is a Traxxas slash 4x4, so this is an off-road truck. So what you want to do is right here, if you look closely, you're going to have these little holes right here. Now when you first get the car, this right here, the bottom end of your shock, I believe is placed right here in this middle hole. So what that does is this will raise and lower your car's arm, this arm piece right here, and this will actually kind of give you more travel. So I unscrewed this piece right here that was originally right there, and I screwed it in right here. And what that does is it drops the leg down. So if you were to do the opposite of that and you were to unscrew this right here and then screw it on the further end right here, it would actually raise this arm upwards like that. So what this does, so the setup I have right here, what this does is it gives me the most travel. So this is your travel, is how much your shock can compress and then decompress, and how far it can actually move. Now this is good for jumping, large bumps, whoops, hitting big rocks. So this has just got more room to absorb all of it. Now the takeaway is at high speeds, so when you're wide open on a flat straightaway, what's going to happen is it's going to lose stability. So it's going to kind of want to wobble a lot and do this, and then if you hit a small bump or something, it's just going to launch and just go off in any other direction and flip over. No, that's, obviously the extreme case. I'm not saying that it's going to be impossible to drive at high speeds, but the point I'm trying to make is that it's going to be more difficult to control at high speeds when you have it set up that way. Now, I have it set up like that on, I broke this piece, but it's coming in, on every end, on all four shocks. I have it screwed in, inward on all four of them. So what that did is it raised the car up, gave it more travel, and it's going to be able to hit jumps easier and handle big bumps easier at a decent speed. Now if your car is meant mostly for the road, or you just want to take your car at higher speeds, you do the opposite of what I did. You take this piece right here, and instead of going all the way inward, you want to go all the way out. And you don't have to go that extreme. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notches. So you can just kind of, just keep on going out until you think you have the car the way you want it to be. So if you have it all the way out, it's going to compress this in like that. You're not going to have as much travel, but it's going to turn better, and it's going to be able to be more stable and controllable at higher speeds. So that's up to you to decide if you want to take it on big jumps or you want to take it up to high speeds as much as possible. It's all up to you. Now one other thing that you can do that will help it with, again, either jumps, bumps, or high speed stuff, is to stiffen the springs, and I'll show you how to do that right now. If I can just find, here it is. Now when you bought your car, you're probably wondering what the hell these things are, and I was too. So these things right here, like these just look like plastic spacers or even junk almost to someone who doesn't know what they're looking at. So let me just see if I can pull one out. So see these little circle pieces right here, or these half circle, or not half circle, but circles that are notched. I'll just pull one out just so I can show you. There we go. So let me just grab and get closer. So if you look right here, I have 2 already placed in, and my car came with 1 already pushed in. As you can see, I have 2 in here right now. So there's 1, and this is a big thick one right here, and then this is another one like half the size right here. Now what you want to do is you take these notches right here, and you compress the spring down, and then you want to place them in. And as you can see, so there you go, and you want to place them in on the topward right here. So you'd place them in like that. Let's see if you can see that or not. Here, I'll do that again. So once you compress the spring, pull it out, like take your little notch, and then you put it in like that, boom, and then you let it go. And what that does is it will stiffen the spring. So that will also help if at high speeds and at large jumps or bumps or whatever. I'm gonna pull this out because I already have it set up the way I wanted to. And again, you're just going to have to play with it of what works well for you and what not. You could always go out and buy stiffer springs, but this is a free method of tuning your suspension. So please comment, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions.